Thank you all so much for inviting us to be here. I'm always so excited to come and talk about the work that we do here within Metro government to assist, support, and help small businesses grow, as well as minority and women-owned businesses. Our Office of Minority and Women Business Assistance is established by the Metropolitan Procurement Code, and we are charged with working with minority and women-owned businesses, but we also are charged with working with and assisting small businesses and to help them to have the access to resources and information that they need to be competitors within the metropolitan government. But we also know, I always tell people, we're not so naive that we don't understand that every bit of assistance that we provide and every resource that we make available, you're not only going to use that on doing business with the city. You're going to take that information, it's going to grow you and improve you as a business owner, and then you're going to have that in your back pocket when you go and do business with anybody else. So toward that end, if I were to tell you what our goal is and what our mission is, it is really to promote and to stimulate economic growth in the city and in the region, because so many of our small businesses we see, they're in Davidson County, but they're also in Dixon County, they're in Rutherford County, they're in all of this Middle Tennessee region. And so our goal is to promote their economic growth and development by implementing very specific programming and initiatives that, one, identify those businesses, prepare them, and help them to grow so that they can become and then continue to be very viable competitors and viable contributors in this Middle Tennessee economy. The way that we do that is varied. We are using a variety of different techniques, a variety of different tactics to make sure that you know about opportunities within the city government, but also to share information with you so that you can leverage your time as a small business owner. And we share information from our partners, from other buying entities, so that you can have as many, as a varied access as possible to all the different types of opportunities to do business, either with the airport, with the state of Tennessee, with some of our private partners. So we want to make sure that you have that information. We provide you with information, technical assistance, business development and outreach services. And at the end of the day, I tell people that our goal is to make Metro government, and you'll hear Mayor Dean say that Nashville should be the kind of place that anyone who's qualified and wants to has the opportunity to do business with the city. And we want to support that, that inclusivity by making sure that all qualified small, minority, and women-owned businesses have the opportunity to participate in city government. We've had a variety of different projects, a variety of different solicitation types that have come out for everything that you see in the city. And Davita talked about buying, you go to the restroom right before you get on a plane, you get off the plane, you go to the restroom. We buy everything from road work to the sneakers that the inmates wear. I mean, we buy everything. And so we want to make sure that folks have an opportunity, one, to be aware of what we're buying and how you can participate, but to also be prepared to participate. When we began the procurement non-discrimination program back in 2008, I carried the ordinance around with me. I told people it was like my little procurement Bible. It's like a 21-page ordinance that pretty much defines everything you can and can't do. But my greatest fear was that we would have this program, it would be established, creating opportunities is how we define it, for businesses to be more active participants in the city's procurement process, but we wouldn't have the businesses there available to take advantage of it. And that has proven to be an unfounded fear for me. I wanted to make sure that if we set the table, that people would come to the table, one, and 2, know how to eat when they got there. And what we have seen through the efforts that we have put forth in terms of providing business development and outreach activities, as well as monitoring the procurement activity on the back end, is that we have seen increases in our participation of minority and woman-owned businesses, as well as our small businesses. And we've seen that, as the mayor mentioned, go from roughly 17% of small, minority, woman-owned, service-disabled vets, all the way up to 46% in 2014, which I believe is no small feat, so you all can clap now. But that work is important, and it's done by a variety of different people. We have business development and outreach activities, which consist of the one-on-one technical assistance that Davita talked about. We sit down with folks. We help them make sure they know how to do what I call navigating the metro mix. And you can come with a great idea and a whole bunch of gumption, but if you don't know how to navigate things, sometimes you don't know what you don't know. And so I feel like our job is to make sure that you know how to navigate within the metro procurement process, how to get certain things lined up, get your ducks in a row so that you can be competitive. We also provide training activities. We participate in activities such as this, so you can know who we are and what we do and how you can participate. And we also have an annual business symposium, shameless plug, scheduled for June 24th. It's going to be at the Nashville Downtown Public Library. We encourage you to come out, and we always want to make sure that we provide you with meat. So we're not going to provide you with a trade show where you walk around. Well, I mean, you can do this, but this won't be the only thing that you do, with a bag and you stuff it full of goodies and squish balls and all that kind of thing. We're going to provide you with something that is an actual takeaway. And we always provide specific technical assistance activities at that symposium, networking opportunities, things that you need as a business owner to make you feel like, I've got 5 employees in my shop. I've been away from my shop today at an outreach activity with Metro, and it was absolutely worth it. And that's what we want you to feel when you leave our symposium on the 24th. The work of our business development and outreach section is managed by Ms. Jerval Watson, who's here. If you'll stand, Jerval, so everybody can see you. She'll be out at the table. She's kind of our first point of contact with a lot of our businesses. So you can always feel free to email me, but you can always feel free to email Jerval as well. The other thing that I think is kind of the bow on the package for us is that we manage these activities to get you prepared, to make you aware, and then to help you effectively compete for work within the city. But then what happens afterwards? If you work with somebody and you're identified as a subcontractor, and it's, say, the downtown amphitheater. I'll use that one as an example because the mayor used it as well. And we set 20% DBE requirement on that project, meaning small, minority, woman-owned, service-disabled vets, any of those folks. What happens on the back end to ensure that that happened, that 20% was actually reached? And we engage in a full-scale contract compliance process to ensure that what contractors promise, that they actually do. And that work here within our office is managed by Mr. Brian Gleason. Brian, if you'll let everybody see who you are as well. Brian is a friendly accountant, friendly auditor, until you didn't do what you were supposed to. We think that that's important because we promise you a lot. We say, here's some opportunities, here's some specific techniques that we're going to engage to get you involved, and here's the procurement opportunity. What happens on the back end is equally important. So that contract compliance work really provides some teeth, and it gives some degree of credibility to the work that we do in terms of ensuring that what was promised is actually achieved. So there are a number of different activities, and I could talk about this in my sleep. I could talk about it forever and ever, but I think Corey would probably start pulling my sleeve over here if I continue to talk about it some more. But I want you to know that we're consistently here to assist you. We want you to be competitors for work within the city of Nashville, for Metro government, but also we want to see you grow and be a part of this great boom that's happening in the city, and any kind of activity that we engage in to support small businesses is toward that overall goal. I'm riding herd, I call it, over the the general initiatives that we have around small business, and much of that is geared toward doing business with the city, but it's also geared toward helping you to become more viable competitors and more prepared and aware of how you can be a part of all the growth that's going on in Middle Tennessee. So feel free to go to our website at www.nashville.gov and pull down the online services to find our minority woman-owned business, small business website. Follow us on Twitter at MetroBAO. We put a lot of really good information out there that we think is useful to you. And if you're using social media effectively, having some tidbits of information that let you know what's going on, some things that you need to know, are huge time savers, and they're can be of great assistance to you. So we encourage you to make sure that you follow us. And if you need to, you can always feel free to reach out to me directly. I'm at michelle.lane@nashville.gov. And I'm here to, we work for you. So we want to make sure that you know how to reach us, and no question is too small. I'll have people say, hey, I've got a small question, or I've got a dumb question. Not so much. You don't know the answer, it's not dumb. So feel free to contact us, and we look forward to working with you. I guess the quickest and easiest way to connect with us, honestly, would be to probably check us out on our website. That's a primary way to learn about us, but you can always call us at 615-880-2814, and you can be directed to whomever. Following us on Twitter and replying to our tweets is another really great way to learn about what we're doing, and also to let us know about you.